121212, man. It's WDJCDB, DJ Chase, MFM Radio, man. 2026, like I said, man, the foot on the next, you know what it is, man. I'm working. Just got back from NYC, my home. They said who don't get love in their town. But with that being said, man, we got a dope interview today. Before we get started, man, with Brooklyn's own HiClass J, I got to pay the bill. So make sure you download that DJ Chase Radio mobile app, man. iPhone, Android, DJChaseRadio.com. That mobile app is out now. Get the hottest music, podcast, and sports talk from here. Rapmarkets.com, the new website coming soon. Podcast directory, user promo code DJ Chase to get 10% off your order and get in touch with the hottest podcasts such as myself and Groover, the hottest platform to get in touch with players, curators, get real feedback for real people, not bots. But today we got, I would say Showcase Poppy. Salute to my guy, Day Summit winner. Just a dope artist, and he won the showcase. Well, it wasn't really the showcase. I wouldn't say he's a showcase, but he definitely won a performance package interview with me. So salute to everybody that got things going on at Showcase Poppy events. But with that being said, we got the Puerto Rican king, my guy, Brooklyn's own HiClass J in the building. How you doing today, brother?
I'm good. I'm great. Can't complain. You know what
Yeah.
I mean? Grateful to be here. You know what I mean? I just want to say thank you before anything. You know what I mean?
Yeah, for sure. Like I said, I just be
Definitely.
busy, man. So I know how it be, man. Everybody working, everybody got stuff going on in life. So, life be lifing with all the stuff going on. So I don't trip on stuff. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, so for today, like I said, I want to get in touch with your background because I was trying to do some research as best as I could. There's not a lot of interviews on you. There's a lot of music, but there's not a lot of interviews.
Yeah.
So I kind of want. Well, my show is dedicated to music business, right? And I always like to, highlight artists' background. You know what I'm saying? Because a lot of times artists they feel like they don't, they just pop out, and I'm like, sometimes the music has to sell itself from the story. You know what I'm saying? And today I want to focus on the HiClass J story. So with that being said, you're from Brooklyn, New York, correct?
Yeah, East New York to be exact. You know what I mean?
Gotcha. For sure. And East New York is a tough, rough place, man. I'm a Harlem cat. We a little bit more smoother than East New York, but East New York is tough, man. How was it growing up in East New York for you?
Like I said, it was tough. You know what I mean? You really had to fit in. You know what I mean? And you had to be with the shits. If you wasn't with the shits, you was just a day room ass. You know what I mean? I ain't gonna say too much.
Yeah.
But that's just how it is. You feel me? Like you had to vibe out who you had to vibe out with. You feel me?
Yeah.
I just felt like if you wasn't built for certain shit, you feel me, you couldn't be around. You know what I mean? It was tough back then when I was growing up. You know what I mean? For like nowadays, a lot of people got it a little bit easier. You know what I mean? But back then, it was really it was really that. You know what I mean? And if you come from back then, you already know what was going on. Niggas getting robbed on the train for their shoes, jacket. So you really had to. You feel me?
Yeah. Yeah, East New York was tough, man. Who did you listen to growing up? You know what I'm saying? Because like I said, I know you are Puerto Rican. But did you listen to like mostly rap growing up, or just like more salsa, things like that growing up, or things? Just influence more Latin sounds. Did you listen to that?
I feel like it was more rap. When I first got introduced to music, I feel like it was more so the getting light music that I got hip to. So everybody was dancing, getting light, you know what I mean? So that's the music that I really got into at first, but then it transitioned into the listening to the hip hop versus like the lyrics and everything, because you go from dancing to really rapping. You know what I mean? So you start caring about the dance moves and them doing all of the hat tricks and all of this and the shoe tricks and what's the bars like, who's really rapping and who's, you know what I mean? So my influences, I say people like Jada Kiss. I like the 50 Cent, Biggie Smalls. I like Big Pun, but I never really like listened to him. So that's somebody who I have to like really go back and do my history on, as far as like, you know what I mean, his background, where he came from and whatnot. But certain tunes that I like from his side, you know what I mean? Fat Joe, just them type artists, you know what I mean? Just back then I like Tupac, you know what I mean? It's just a lot of older artists.
Right. For sure. Like I gotta ask you this, right? Being from East New York, Biggie or Jay, who you got?
A Biggie all the way.
I just wanted to check.
It's no hands. For me, it's no question. Hands down, it's Biggie all the way.
Yeah, for
All of
sure, for
those.
sure. Got you. And what made you want to become an artist? Because a lot of artists that I meet, as of recently, only really became artists during COVID. Which is understandable. Things happen.
Right,
But
right.
you kind of were doing a little bit before that. What made you do become an artist?
All right, so basically, it was just like, all right, boom. My father, he wasn't really around. Feel what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying? But when
Mm-hmm.
he was around, he'd pick me up. I'd go over there to his house, link with my brothers, cousins. We all in one room, chilling. They writing music, rapping, and me just sitting in the room, watching them do what they do. It just translated me going back home to working on this and working on that. So when I do go back over there, I got something to perform for them, and that's just how everything worked out as far as me getting introduced to music.
Yeah.
Now, as far as me taking it serious,
Yeah.
I would say high school. Because, like
High
I
school.
said, I'm writing, link
Mm.
with your friends, cutting class, you in the hallway,
Yeah.
you feel me? Lunch tables and whatnot, just rapping in. You feel me? They like, yo, you nice. Go ahead, run with it.
Mm.
Feel me? So one of my friends take me to the studio. I meet my boy Zeus, and then it's just up from there.
Mm.
Feel what I'm saying? So that was around
Yeah.
high school time. You
Yeah.
know what I
Yeah.
mean?
Yeah. For
So I
sure. For
say that's
sure.
back like 16,
Yeah.
2000, not, yeah, 2016, 2015, like around there. You
Mm.
know what I mean? So
Yeah. Love it.
yeah,
Love it.
from there.
Love it. And I also want to ask you this too, right? Because like I said, my show is dedicated to music education and music business. And I see that you kind of, represent the blue side there. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? So with that being said, I do want to ask, like, do you ever feel like sometimes, and it's probably, more or less environment too and things like that. I don't know. I don't know nothing about that stuff. But
Yeah.
do you feel like that might limit you in the long term, or you say, you know what, I'm all in with it?
It depends how you see it, you know what I mean? Because like I said, your image is everything, you know what I mean? And
Mm.
certain things can't be promoted. You
Yeah.
know what I
Yeah.
mean? So if you're
Mm.
not willing to make that change into
Mm.
not promoting certain things at a certain time, then of
Mm.
course you're not gonna go anywhere in life. That's just what it
Mm.
is. You
Mm.
feel me? So I'm definitely open to, you feel me? Just
Mm.
that's on the back end. That's what I am. But
Mm.
this is the business part of, you feel me? So this is
Mm.
what we have to run with. So
Yeah.
everybody know my ties. You feel me? Like it's never going to change. But at the end of the day, you feel me?
Mm.
Like this is a business. You feel me? And
Mm.
yeah, we gonna run this shit as a
Yeah.
business.
Yeah, I love it. And where will be like your dream place to perform? I know, like I said, I know you really do like a lot of New York things like that. Where has it been your favorite place to perform? Let's talk about that.
I haven't did a lot of performances. I only performed
Mm.
in my city, so I can only
Yeah.
say like, you know what I mean,
Yeah. Yeah.
my city. I love performing in my city,
Yeah.
and I feel like it's a tough crowd out here.
Mm.
You know what I mean? So it's if you could really get the fans rocking out here, you could get the fans rocking anywhere.
Mm. Love
That's
it.
just what it
Yeah,
is.
yeah, New York is definitely, like I said, I DJ all over, but New York is definitely the hardest place that I've DJ pretty much. I think I would say, but
Tough.
that's why I think that's why I'm such a good DJ because I've had so many years of like the tough
Yeah.
criticism. You know what I'm saying? So I come from the war time, even before
Yeah.
social media. So like you had to be nice. You know what I'm saying?
I had
So
to.
yeah, there was
I
no
had
faking
to.
in my day.
Yeah.
For sure, man. And
Real shit.
Do you like the stage better or do you like the studio better?
That's a good question.
Everybody loves this question. Yeah, everybody loves this question. So I ask it.
I haven't really touched the stage
Mm,
too much to really like say
yeah.
either or, but I'll have to say studio right now because
Mm,
I that's where I spend most of my time in the studio and I love the
mm,
studio. That's like
yeah.
I just woke up and I'm just here. The mic is here, everything's set up here. Like
Mm,
right now I'm in Philly, you feel me? So they got
nice.
the little
Nice.
setup here. So
Mm,
it was just a little getaway, day summit. Just it was out 7 days, you know what I mean? Six,
mm,
7 days. So it was like get a little break out of
yeah.
town,
Yeah.
go work on some music, go back to
Yeah.
the towns,
Mm,
get back to it, you know what I mean?
yeah. Love it. Love
So
it. Love it. And
calm little vibes.
for sure. And what do you like about the music? Like, what's your favorite part? Like the interviews, the promo runs, or like the behind the scenes. Like, what is your favorite part of the business? Like, because
Feel like
performing and being an artist is one thing, but the behind the scenes is different. What is your favorite part of the behind the
feel
scenes that
like
you
it's
like?
the behind the scenes for me because
Yeah.
it's like at the end of the day, not everybody is there.
Mm,
So it's like you really have to be there to witness what's going on. And if you're not there, it's just like
mm,
you missed out on greatness, on history at the end of the day, because
yeah.
20 years down the line, 50 years down the line, this content is still gonna be out and people gonna wish that they was there. And
Yeah.
we're the ones that's there making it happen. And You feel me? So I feel like I take a
Mm,
it's a part of me that really likes that type of shit, just seeing what's going on. It don't even have to be me necessarily being the one performing. Like
mm.
one of my little mans could be, you know what I mean,
Yeah, yeah,
performing or doing a video, and I'm just me just being there. I'm excited because of what's
yeah.
going on. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
yeah, love it, love
So
it, love it. And
yeah,
the record that I got introduced to you at Day Summit, the Showcase Poppy event, was "Tired of the Talk," and it was a Jersey Club song that I actually liked. Everybody thought I was gonna pick, artists that I produce, and I was like, no, I actually wanted to pick you. And
yeah,
you know what I'm saying, I'm a very merited kind of person, and if the song is jamming, the shit is jamming. But one thing that I
yeah.
noticed when you performed, that you had the crowd crazy.
The first one I performed was glitching,
Yeah,
and the second one was the Peru one.
it might have been glitching because it was the first one. I think it was the
Yeah,
two. So yes,
it was
glitching.
it was
Yeah,
the
yeah.
first one.
First
That's
one,
the
yeah.
one we dropping on
Yeah,
May
that's the one I
8th.
like. Yes, I'm
Yeah,
sorry. I'm sorry. Yes, yes, yes. Because
yeah,
but more or less, I was touching on the Jersey club sound. I've
yeah,
noticed that you picking up on, and I
yeah.
realized that I'm like, wait a minute, he's a Spanish guy rapping on Jersey club music. You know what I'm saying?
Jersey,
A Puerto
yeah.
Rican dude rapping on Jersey club music. So, what made you start picking that sound? That's actually what caught my attention.
I will have to say my brother Dels,
Mm,
cause we would just be in the crib, just searching through instrumentals,
mm,
and he told me, bro, I think you would be, you know what I mean? I think you'd be
mm,
nice on this type sound. And he always tell me,
mm,
you should try this, you should try that, you should, you know what I mean? I always
mm,
listen to my, you know what I mean, the youth
mm,
because they know what's hip to what's going on now.
mm,
You know what I mean? I'm a little older, so it's like I know about certain things, but they know a little bit more about what's going on,
mm,
you know what I mean, nowadays. So I just be rolling with what they tell me.
mm,
He tell me, yo, bro, I think you should do this. I'm like, all right, cuz you got it. Let me show you what
mm,
I could do. And
mm.
that's how, you know what I mean? That's how that happened.
Love it, man. But like I said too, the one of the things that I was really that I rock with, like you came with a team. You know what I'm saying? You came with supporters. You know what I'm saying?
Blue Hills
And
Entertainment,
yes,
baby.
yes, yes. And a lot of artists they feel like they want to isolate themselves, like they want to just be there. Nah, man. What taught you that? Come with your crew, and then everybody else will follow. What taught you that?
There's no iron team.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody knows that. You know what I
Mm-hmm.
mean? And at the end of the day, you're as strong as your weakest link. You know what I mean? So I just try to make sure, well, we try to make sure everybody is locked in.
Mm-hmm.
Nobody's left behind. Nobody is, you
Mm-hmm.
feel me? We got a show, we got a performance. Yo, bro, what you doing this day? Make sure you're ready. Making sure everybody is there because at the end of the day, like I said, it don't gotta be me performing.
Yeah.
I was performing that day summit. My little brother was there. He
Yeah.
supported me. I
Yeah.
reciprocated and supported him. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? That's just
Yeah.
what we do. I don't
Yeah.
have to be performing, but yeah, I'm still going to come out and support my little brother.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because
Yeah.
we locked in. That's just
Yeah.
Blue Hills Entertainment, baby.
Yeah, yeah. All right. And with that being said, I want to ask you this, Rand. Excuse me. Who making your beats right now? Just YouTube beats, or you got a specific producer that you work with?
I'm tapped in with damn, I was using YouTube Beats, not gonna
Mm,
lie, but right now, I got somebody in the UK, I got somebody in Brazil, and right now I got somebody in Kansas City. Feel me? So
mm.
those are my top three where I'm trying to get my beats from.
Nice, nice.
You know
For
what I
sure, for
mean?
sure. For sure, man. And before we get out of here, high class J, I do want to ask you this as well too. Right now in the stage in the game, like I said, I know you've been, you got a few songs on streaming and things like that.
Yeah.
Are you want to stay independent, or are you looking for a deal or something like that right now?
Most likely to stay independent right now just to see
Mm,
where things go and then you know what I mean? Probably just get a distribution deal or something just to
mm,
get the music out there more, you know what I mean? But
mm,
most likely just staying with my team, staying independent, just
mm.
you know what I mean? It's Blue Hills all the way.
Yeah, love it, love
All
it,
the way.
love it, love it. Are you signing artists right now as well too? Because music you always got to have an exit plan. Are you
I
looking
feel
for
like
artists?
I feel like we definitely
Yeah.
looking for artists, you know what I mean? We definitely just have our ears open to what's going on. Cause like I said, we have my brother, he do music too, and he's Spanish.
Mm.
You know what I mean? So
Mm-hmm.
that's a whole different demographic. So
Yeah.
we're not limited to, you know what I mean, just English or we
Love it.
every type of, you know what I mean? We here
Love
for
it.
it. We here to
Yeah.
support it. You know what I mean? Since day summer, I've been supporting, reposting people's music, just trying to get people out there so they could, you know what I mean, feel like they're
Mm.
doing something and not just, you know what I mean, falling on deaf ears.
Yeah, for sure, for sure. You know, like I said, positivity, man, and keeping people on a positive path is always great, man. And
Yeah.
you know, one of my last questions is this as well too. Before we get out of here, is there an album coming out? Because I see singles. What's up? Is there a full project coming out? What's going on?
Uh,
Some skits. What's up?
I don't know. Gotta ask Kid. You gotta ask management. I don't know. You gotta ask my manager.
All right, I got
Me.
you. I got
Gotta
you.
ask manager.
Yeah, yeah.
I'm just the artist. He tells
Yeah.
me pull up to perform. This is what I do. I
Yeah,
perform.
I
You know what
got
I
you.
mean?
Love it, love it, love it, man. Man, you got to get
Yeah.
Glitch on streaming by the way too, because like I said, I rock with that record. That was because
Yo,
once again,
May 8th.
yeah,
May
yeah,
8th
yeah,
is
yeah.
dropping May 8th.
Yeah, okay, got you. I need that. Well, we're gonna talk off air. But with that
Yeah.
being said, my
Yeah.
very last question, HiClass J, is this, man. Like I said, you're a dope performer, and I thoroughly,
Thank you.
because like I said, I'm very picky when I pick artists that I interact with. What
Yeah.
my very last question is this: what is one piece of advice that you would give anyone trying to get into the music business today?
One advice I would give them is just give it all you got. You know what I mean? Don't sit here and feel like uh just because you're not doing numbers that other people are doing, that you're not fire. Because just because somebody has 100,000 streams and you only got 100 streams, don't mean that their song is better than your song. You know
Yeah,
what I mean? So keep
yeah.
putting out content, keep putting out music. Don't worry about the numbers. You know what I mean? And in the back end, everything will fall in line. You know what I mean? You'll build a loyal, strong fan base, and they'll help you build them numbers versus bot numbers and whatnot. You know what I mean? So,
Mm-hmm.
like I said, don't pay attention to the numbers because numbers do lie when it comes to streaming.
Yes, they do. Yes, they do. And on that note, my brother HiClass J, where can they find you? Where can they get interact with you? Sell you beats? Get on a feature? What's your feature price right now? You doing home? What you doing? What you doing? What's up, man?
Yo, holla at Machi Overhill Freeman. That's my manager. That's management. Whatever questions you have, you gotta ask that man. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Other than that, you feel me? I can't say too much. Like I said, he tells me go to the studio, perform, do this. This is what I'm here to do. You know what I mean? Everybody got their role. My role is the artist. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
yeah. Love it,
So
love it, love it, man. And once
yeah,
again, man, HiClass J, man, the winner of the Showcase Poppy performances last past week in New York City. Shout out to the Day Summit, man. I need that single glitch. It's coming out May 8th, and it will be in
hey,
rotation. It will be in rotation right here on DJ Chase Radio. Download that DJ Chase Radio mobile app, man.
download that
WDJC.
app.
Yes,
Download
sir.
that app.
Yes, sir.
And fuck
DJ Chase
around.
Radio.com, Spotify Podcast, Apple Podcast, and YouTube DJ Chase TV. And me and HiClass J are out of here. Yeah.